Good morning. All right, let's look at day 2 of lesson 2.2 in math. Now, on Friday, you did 2.2 lesson, and I showed you how to do the main workbook pages. If you don't remember, refer back to my YouTube page or look back in mom or dad's email, and you will find Friday's lesson just to review. I'm going to just give you a very short overview of a reminder of how we do this lesson. So we've been learning about, in chapter 1, 10 sticks and unit cubes, tens and ones. And in chapter 2, we're going to start adding hundreds into our lessons. Remember, the key of this lesson is 10 tens equal 100. So 20 tens will equal 200. 30 tens will equal 300. 40 tens will equal 400. And likewise, 15 tens will equal 150 because we take the number 15 and we put the 0 after it. So please remember that key. 10 tens equal 100. 11 tens will equal 110, which is 11 with a 0 after it. So that's the whole point and purpose of this lesson. Now, I'm not going to mark this workbook page, but I am going to kind of show you with my cards here. So first thing I have to do is I have to look for tens that make 100, and then we'll write the number in different ways. When I look at my 10 sticks, I see just visually, I don't even have to count them. I see 5 here because I know that's what 5 looks like. And I see 5 more here, and I know that's what 5 looks like. And I know 5 plus 5 equals 10. So I'm just going to kind of bracket them together, group them together like that. And I'm going to put, well, that's 100 because 10 tens equal 100. Then I see these 3. So I have 3 more. And those 3 tens equal 30. So now when I come over here, and those are just my little notes, guys. Basically, all you are going to do is just box. You don't have to write anything. That's just my mental math. So then when I come over here, first thing it wants to know is how many tens? Well, so I'm going to put a blank and T because my card just covered up that part. I had 10 tens here plus 3 tens there. So I have a total of 13 tens. Now I could also think of 13 tens as so many hundreds and so many tens. Well, I know that that is equal to 100 because 10 tens equal 100, and then I have 3 tens left over. So what's my number? Remember, I have 13 tens, and then I'm going to put a 0 after it. That's the key. 13 tens equals 130. Now, let's say you don't remember that 0 trick. Well, let's go back and let's count. This was 100, 110, 120, 130. So you'll see that that is the answer. I'm going to move this card out of the way, and I'm going to get us ready for number 2. Now, on number 2, we have another picture. So let me get my cards ready. And I see visually, I'm already looking, and I see, I see some tens. I see 5 tens here and 5 tens here, and I know that that's 100. So I'm just going to bracket that, and I'm not going to put any more mental notes. I'm going to remember that that means 100. Then I see 4 more tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't make 100 with that. So when I go to fill out my answers over here, well, how many tens did I have? In other words, how many 10 sticks did I have? Well, I have 10 plus 4 more. I had a total of 14 tens. Now, that 14 tens was 100, because there's 10 tens are 100, plus 4 more tens. Well, what number is that? Well, I have 100 here, so I'm going to count on 110, 120, 130, 140. So that is a picture of 140. I could also use my zero trick, where I know I have 14 tens, plus I put a zero after it, and that equals 140. And you'll see you're going to get the same answer either way that you do it. But 14 tens equals the number 140. Let's examine number 3. Millie has a box of 100 cubes. I'm just going to turn this card around. She also has a bag of 70 cubes. So how many trains of 10 cubes can she make? In other words, how many tens is her 100 cubes and her 70 cubes? I can do this a few ways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it this way. 100 cubes. To make 100, that equals 10 tens. And I could even draw those 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 70 means I have 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I can count all of my tens that I just made, and I would get 17 tens if I counted all of them together. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Or I can add 10 plus 7 and get the number 17. So she could make 17 cubes, 17 trains of 10 cubes rather. All right, let's examine how I would answer number 4. Draw or write to explain why 100 4 tens and 14 tens are the same amount. Okay, so let's look at 100. I'm going to draw it like this. 100 4 tens. I'm going to draw a picture of that. I'm going to use a picture to explain why they're the same. I don't have to do any sentences, just pictures. 100 is 10 tens. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to box that to show that's that 100. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 more tens. 14 tens. 14 tens, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Do you notice how my pictures are the same? This equals 140. And I can prove that. This is 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. 14 tens equals 140. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Those are the same, and that's how I would answer that question. All right, friends, let me get these out of the way. On the back, I'm going to let you do the second side on your own. I want you to practice on your own. If you have questions, give me a holler, let me know, and I'll help you. On this paper, this is another practice. You are just simply doing the same we just did. Let's look at number 1 together, and I'll let you do the rest on your own. So for number 1, just like we've been doing, I would see, I have 5 and 5, that's 10 tens. And then I have the 1 left over. So my number of tens, I have 10 plus 1, that'd be 11 tens. How many hundreds and how many tens is that? Well, that's 100, 110, and then our total number is 110. How do I know that? Well, I use my zero trick, and I wrote down 11, and I put a 0 after it, but I can count it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. You're going to do this paper just like I just did, kiddos, okay? Now then, to end your math on Monday, after you do that, And I will be taking a little grade on this one after you do it. So same thing with number 1 and 2. Be careful, your 10 sticks, they don't put a lot of space between them. So count carefully, box your 10 tens. And then down here, just a review of even and odd numbers. If you have any problems at all with 2.2 math lesson, day 2, please email me, give me a call. Bye, guys.